Hey everybody, this is Joby, and today I wanted to share some of the announcements about the changes to PvP coming to stop the lag or to at least help the lag that have to do with the architecture of the game and what they're planning to do. This probably has to do with the Microsoft buyout and them replacing different hardware in the game, and also they're talking about rebuilding the whole structure of the game and maybe adding some different things. So what I want to do is actually go to the website for ESO and in the forums the announcement that they have made about PvP. So we'll see you in there. Okay, we are on the ESO forums, forumselderscrollonline.com, and this is from Matt Fearer. It's called ESO PvP Update January 2022. Okay, so what we're looking at is it's long past time to give everyone an update on where we are with PvP improvements. As many of you know, we did a series of tests over the last year to give us more data. These tests were successful and gave us information we needed. We now have a plan going forward, but heads up, it's going to take some time. They're talking about the tests that they did where there were no procs in Cyrodiil. First, they did it where there were no AoEs, and then they did no procs, and they did no CP, and they pretty much concluded that at least AoEs were firing too much, but everything was negligible. So I'm not really sure what's the conclusion. In short, just like we did for the client a year back or so, we introduced multi-threaded rendering to increase client frame rates, and we're going to re-architect our server. The version of ESO in 2022 is many magnitudes larger and more complex than the ESO that launched in 2014. So in order to give everyone a good play experience in a high-intensity situation like PvP and Trials, we need to essentially rewrite some of the foundational server code to account for it. This should dramatically increase server performance, but obviously we will need to test and evaluate as we go along. So this is like a big deal. This is like the game engine. And it's kind of like if you went to the doctor and he said, sorry, we need to replace your nervous system. So big change, but I believe that they could possibly do it because Microsoft owns the company, and if it's the company's definitely making money through the Crown Store, and they want to make it better. So I think it's possible. It might take some time, like they said. That's just me, though. If you don't believe it, that's fine. I understand feeling angry about lag and stuff like that. But me personally, it just makes it easier for me to think, oh, that's great. We've been planning this for the last quarter, and we're starting to work on it right now. But as you can imagine, changing the fundamentals of a huge live game such as ESO is a delicate and multi-step process. Blah, blah, blah. So expect it's going to take some time, much of early work, and they're not going to rush it. Re-architecture of this magnitude will require the entire game to be retested as particular code as foundation on the game it's built. Blah, blah, blah. It will take a ton of time, and they'll do tests on the PTS, which I will let everyone know. I can get on the PTS anytime and do some testing when they announce it. In the meantime, we'll consider additional ways to keep Cyrodiil and Battlegrounds interesting and exciting. For example, potentially special rule sets or weekend events. So maybe they'll bring in some new stuff for just Cyrodiil, not including tickets or anything like that. And that'd be very cool, like everybody has to be naked, run around fist fighting. I'm in. And we'll continue to work on bug fixes affecting combat, but we won't add any new features to PvP until the work mentioned above is complete. Doing so would not only prolong the fixes we want to implement, but would also exacerbate the issue of poor performance. So they're going to say they're maybe going to do the special rule sets or weekend events, but they won't add any new things like the hammer or destroyable bridges, which they were saying that really cause a lot of problems. We completely understand the frustration that many of you are feeling, especially with lack of information about our PvP plans. This was a huge decision to make, and we needed to make sure we had exhausted all other possibilities before announcing this. Thanks for bearing with us. Give us periodic updates, re-architecture process. So this is it. The game engine is out of date for what's going on these days, and they need to change it. And rebuilding the game, while it's still a game, it'd probably be easier just to make a new game. But everybody loves this game. A lot of players, they're making money off of it, so they're just going to fix it like this. And we will see what happens. I can believe and not believe at the same time. I can just say, okay, thank you, and then not worry about it. I'm not going to go into the quotes. I'm not going to show everybody a lot of negativity. A lot of people at first saying, oh, thank you very much, and then people just saying like, oh, I don't believe it. I just don't agree. You're doing this. You're lying. You're trying to kill PvP. I don't know. It doesn't seem like they would say this. If they wanted to kill PvP, it would seem like they would just make it more laggy and then people would leave. So I don't really know about it, and you can think whatever you want. Just showing you the information. Like I said many times already, I will leave a link in the description. So if you're interested in to come here and go over this with a fine-tooth comb and read the comments, some of them are pretty funny and a little bit sad. But you can check it out for yourself. All right, so let's get back in the game. All right, so sounds like a lot of big things going on. I usually just take things at face value. If people say stuff, if it doesn't hurt me in any way, I just go ahead and believe them. Makes things a lot easier for me. I know if you read the comments down in the bottom, I'll leave a link in the description so you can go check it out. If you see some of the stuff, it's pretty crazy what people are saying. A lot of conspiracy theories. ZOS is trying to get rid of PvP altogether, and they want to get rid of the players in here, and they're going to turn Cyrodiil into a PvP excursion zone. I don't know. I just personally I don't think so, but everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I think they're going to do it. I mean, to me, I started playing in 2017, and it was terrible. I mean, I DC'd probably 7 times a day. Once I got my Xbox Series S, I found that DC'd rarely. I didn't DC today at all. Yesterday I DC'd only once, and that is with in a full event and tons of people all around. I'm real latent already, so maybe that helps me to not feel laggy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. A lot of people, when they DC a lot or they have a lot of lag, not sure if they're maintaining their machines. There's so many variables. If people are playing on Wi-Fi, I can guarantee you it's causing you problems. If your machine is not sitting right next to your router and it's not using the 5G signal from the router, you know, there's the 2G and there's the 5G. Nothing to do with 5G network on mobile. It's a totally different system. But if it's in another room or something, Wi-Fi drops and you're going to have you know, DCs and lag and stuff like that. So personally, I don't know. I don't know what other people do. I know for myself, like I said, Xbox Series X, I got that. Load screens are faster. I don't ever get those eternal load screens anymore. I don't DC as often. Sometimes, but a lot of MMOs are that way. So take it for what it's worth. I'm just the messenger, and just here to let people know what they're saying and what's going on, and hopefully we will see some changes. And I like the idea of where they're saying they're going to add different activities and different rule sets in PvP as a challenge and stuff. That sounds real fun to me, and I like it. Having a great time in the PvP event, making lots of AP, and my campaign's winning right now, and so I'm going to get a lot of stuff. I have 6 characters in a winning campaign in Blackreach, and it's a great time. At least, you know, I'm having fun. Take it for what it's worth, and your mileage may vary. All right, so please give me a like and a subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Leave a comment in the comment section. If there's anything you'd like to see, if you have any ideas about a video, if I haven't already made a video about it and I like your idea, I just might make a video about that. Join me on Discord, the most chill Discord server on the planet. There's a link in the description. And if you're not doing anything 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or thereabouts, follow me on Twitch. Upper Echelon Mediocrity is the name of the channel. And it's just one word. Have a lot of fun in there. Run around, do PvP, trials, dungeons, all kinds of stuff. Event's almost over, and by that time we're going to be going back to doing trials and dungeons and just guildy stuff. If you're on Xbox North American server, you can join my guild. My guild's name is Upper Echelon Mediocrity. 3 words, just like the YouTube channel. And right now we have 485 total members. No members pending, with 44 people online. It's a little bit later on a Sunday night. People are going to bed, and we had about 60, 70 people online playing, and it was a great time. We're not in the guild finder, so you need to send me a message on Xbox. My name is Chaotey, Chaotey, and I'll get you in as soon as time permits. All right, so until that time, let's get paid.